Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Miguel Cardozo, and we're back here with our friend Manny Rigo. Say hello to everyone, Manny.
Hey, hello.
All right. We are here for a fun episode here. We're going to talk about relationships and cheating and
All that good stuff.
and why men cheat and why women cheat and all that good stuff. All right. So before we start it, Manny, I wanted to ask you another question off topic.
Sure.
All right. So, what is your least favorite race?
What?
Your least favorite race?
Race as in what?
Mine is a marathon. I hate marathons. They're very long.
It's soccer.
I hate them. I like sprints. You know what I'm saying?
That was good. That was good. I didn't see that one. I was like, what is he asking me right now?
I just wanted to see where you would take that.
Man, I was like, this guy, like, what? That was good. You just gave me a dad joke.
All right. So, let's get started here. I got a few facts that I've pulled up here on the computer, and statistics is what I have. Cheating statistics, relationship statistics. I know we were talking about it a little while ago. Off the top of your head, what do you think? Men cheat more than women? Women cheat more than men?
Man, I think women cheat more than men. Men just get caught. Women don't.
Yeah. Isn't the perception, though, that like men are the cheaters? Isn't that like what you kind of see on TV or?
Yeah, because we always get caught. That's just it. Women are just so much smarter. They're just smarter.
Smarter or better liars?
Yeah, they're really good liars.
Yeah.
Because they got everybody involved. We don't have everybody involved.
Oh, they're friends?
Yeah, and they plot, they plan. Us, like, going to another friend. Guys are just bad liars.
You've never gotten that phone call from your friend's girlfriend or wife?
I did one time.
Yeah.
I did. I had to make it short and sweet. You know me, I'm a talker.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Now, did the friend tell you in advance that you were going to get a call, or was it just a complete surprise to you?
It was a surprise.
Really?
Yeah, and I had to play it off like I know nothing. Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad.
Did your friend end up getting caught?
Of course.
Yeah.
You always get caught.
Is it because of your bad planning, or you just got caught?
Oh, man, it had nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Man, when it's time to investigate, if girls really want to investigate, they will find the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no... That's girls for you. Like, I have a friend who just did an investigation just now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And, yeah.
She's
She's
a
good.
woman? Yeah.
She caught him.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you do? How'd you track him?
Man,
what are the details?
I can't blow up her spot yet.
No, but you don't have to say names or anything like that. But like, I'm just curious about like the investigative methods that she used.
Man, you get friends involved, and how about like a license plate check?
Yeah. License plate check.
Yeah. Who's that funny car
Yeah.
in the driveway?
Uh-huh.
License plate check.
So what do? You gotta have a cop friend.
I have no clue. I never did it.
I'm assuming if you get some sort of license plate check, you either have to have a cop friend or you have to pay to do something online. That's not something you could just like Google.
Maybe. I know someone has connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is, they got connections. They found the plate. They found who it belongs to. I'm like, wait a second. Something ain't adding up.
Yeah.
And, the person has a Tinder page. Now, I know nothing about Tinder,
Yeah.
but got caught with a Tinder. Not thinking that everybody else is going to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad.
So he got caught because obviously another female saw the profile, and told a friend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his thing is he got hacked. So, could he have got hacked? People hack people all the time.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? That just starts off the pattern, though.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when the investigation starts. Something ain't adding up, so it goes one thing to another, and then that's it.
So he got hacked.
Soon as you get that that sign, it's over. Because now you're going to investigate. And that goes for guys too.
Yeah.
You know, if you really want to find out the truth, you're going to find out the truth, period. You know, and it doesn't take much. All you got to do is just call around, ask around. You just got to start, you got to start doing things that you never did before just to find out the truth.
Become a detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never really know how smart you are until you're trying to find someone cheating. You really don't. Like, when you really want to find out, you'll find out.
Yeah.
You know, I think some people just get away with it because, like, I think certain women are just, like, blind to it, and guys, too. Like, nah, she'll never cheat on me.
Yeah, and they just don't care, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. It could be that.
Maybe get, like, the couples where, oh, you know, I don't know, ignorance is bliss type of thing.
Yeah, because I think maybe because some people are just so busy within their lives that they don't even think about it or expect it, and then it comes out of nowhere, and it just throws everything.
And what do you you get like that funny feeling, or maybe they start doing something different?
I think
That's what it must be, right?
Yeah, I think you start to see the person acting different, like the routine change.
Yeah.
And once that routine change, you're like, wait, why is this person?
Maybe they start going to the gym. Start losing a little weight. Start going to the gym.
Yeah, they start losing weight. All of a sudden, they're getting comfortable in their body. And that goes for either a guy or a girl. Like, they get comfortable. And next thing you know, like, they're getting this attention that they never had before.
Yeah.
Even the attention, they're not even getting that attention at home. So all of a sudden, they're getting attention from whoever and be like, oh, okay, no one looked at me before.
Yeah.
But now everybody's looking at me. So this is it's like brand new. You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think when people cheat, I think everybody I was just having this conversation the other day, actually. Yeah. I think everybody is looking to get that feeling again, like the first time. Like when you first lose your virginity. Or like to someone that you like, really like. I think since then, everybody constantly chases for that first time feeling, because ain't nothing like the first time. And you know what I'm talking about. Listen. Regardless if it's awkward or not, well, the first few times where everything's like brand new.
Yeah.
Everybody's constantly chasing after that brand new feeling again. Like, you look at people, like couples, like, say, people who's been in relationships for, like, ever. What do? They always try to rekindle. They try to, like, figure out how to make their sex life better or their date life better. Why? Because they want to constantly feel that brand new feeling. They want it to be new, spontaneous.
I think, yeah, they want to feel that, but I think the reason people cheat, I think men and women both have different reasons as to why they cheat.
But it's still to go after that main thing.
No, I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so.
You're bugging. Listen,
I don't think
you're trying to. For instance, you catch guys like, I know you heard this expression before, right?
Yeah.
Where, man, I wish I would have saw her when I was single. Why? Because it's something new. Us guys.
I think for guys, yes. I mean, if you look at men and women, we're different, right? We're made different. And I think, I think we also have like different mating strategies as men and women. I mean, we know we have different mating strategies, right? The guy, he's the giver, and his whole mating strategy is to give out his goodness to as many ladies as he can to keep mankind going, right? And women's mating strategy is to find that provider, find that man she can kind of look up to, that is going to be the best possibility to continue her genes. And I think that's what we go after. So I think men in general, they have an eye out all the time, and that's kind of like their strategy for life. And yeah, you get into a relationship, but I think that's always there. You always want to kind of spread your seed. I think as a woman, you you have a whole different strategy. You want the best option. And I think when women decide to cheat, I think it's because they no longer think that the man they're with is their best option.
You know what? I think there's so many different answers to that.
Yeah, but if you look at the way we've progressed over time, that's how it works, right? The men go out and do that, and then the women, they pick the best man that they can, right? They don't pick a schlob. They pick just the best. Well, they pick the best they can do, right?
Right.
And then that's pretty much their dating strategy. And then when they're no longer, when you're no longer, or maybe she thinks she's better than you. I think if you look at the statistics, like a lot of like the divorce statistics, a lot of it is over money.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because when like the woman starts making more money than the man, and now you're kind of no longer like the top dog. It's not that with everybody, but in general, right?
Yeah.
And it's and they kind of see themselves as maybe that you're no longer the provider, you're no longer the best they can do. And if you look at a lot of the divorce statistics, it's all over money. And most of the divorce, I forget what the percentage is. I don't know if it's 70% or 80, is actually women are the ones that are the ones that file for divorce most of the time.
Yeah, women usually do file for divorce. Is it over half of the time? Yeah, but if we're looking at the statistics, what is it for? Is it money or other things that are involved? I mean, we're looking at statistics as far as why marriages end because of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot more than
there's
the
more
whole
reasons.
money.
Of course, there's more reasons. But if for the most part, that it's what couples put down, it's financial.
But we're all going after the at the end of the day with this cheating thing. This is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to go after we're never satisfied.
Yeah.
Ever. And you're constantly chasing the wind. That's just not in relationships, in everything in life. You're never going to be satisfied. So that goes for in relationships. You want that good feeling again. You want that, man, I want sex to feel like the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look, but again, this can be in different ways. For instance, us men, like I'll give an example, like food, right? Mm-hmm. We have a very big appetite. So, we have our favorite meal, but then, you see other meals and you're like, wow, I want to taste that.
Yeah.
But like, nah, I got my favorite meal. But still, it looks appetizing. You're going to a party and you see a bunch of food everywhere.
Yeah,
you're gonna get tempted,
right? So,
us guys, most guys, and maybe women, they have those cravings.
And I think you're right. I think definitely for men you're right, because that's the way we've always done it, right? That's how we've made it millions of years, is because you get those cravings and you eat a bunch of food, and then you make more food, right?
You start testing the waters. I mean, you'll have your favorite meal, but you'll go after those other meals, mm-hmm. and some actually decide to no, I like this meal better than the meal I have at home.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You really think about it. You need some a marriage. Is a miracle, right? A long-lasting marriage.
Long-lasting one.
Because
they generally don't last very long.
Or a marriage that nobody cheated.
Yeah.
That takes some serious discipline to do that. That means that you are strict with your diet. You are not moving to any other foods because you know the path that it goes down. So you're sticking with your favorite meal, even though you're used to this favorite meal. You've had this favorite meal 1,000 times. Every now and then you'll throw some salt in there, some pepper, or put some flavor on it, just to keep it going. But I think it's the appetites. We have cravings.
Mm-hmm.
We have cravings. We just want to eat and eat and eat. And I think a lot of guys they're never satisfied. You have to really be like, you got to pull off a miracle to have a relationship where nobody cheats.
Yeah, I was just looking at the stats here. It was pretty interesting. It was 30 to 60% of married couples will cheat at least once in the marriage. 74% of men and 68% of women admit they'd cheat if it was guaranteed they'd never get caught.
Never get caught.
Yeah, right. Yeah. 60% of affairs start with close friends or coworkers. An average affair lasts 2 years. Here's what 69% of marriages break up as a result of an affair being discovered. I've seen different. I've seen a lot with it's mostly about money. But this is this one site where they gathered a bunch of data. But I find that those percentages increase interesting here. Where I was surprised by this amount. 30 to 60% of married couples will cheat at least once in the marriage. That's pretty surprising. And look at this. I found this really interesting too. Statistics show that 56% of men and 34% of women who commit infidelity rate their marriages as happy or very happy. That means they're either happy or very happy and they still cheat. Isn't that kind of an interesting statistic, right?
Yeah, because I think that's, you know, like most people who cheat, they quote unquote say they love their wife, right? Or their husband. They know that this is home, but they're gonna get tempted. Because again, you're having the same thing over and over again. You're going to eventually get tempted out there and realize, oh my God, I finally had a taste of whatever I was craving, but I don't want to leave home because that's the meal right there.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously it's just unacceptable to...
No, absolutely. That sucks. I would hate to be that person that, you know, imagine being in a marriage for, say, like, I don't know, 30 years and or maybe 40 years. And then find out that the person you're with cheated on you and you had no clue after 40 years?
Yeah, that's
insane.
Terrible. It's terrible. Throw that down the drain.
Yeah, it's just like, wow. But what are you going to end it? Because it happened like, I don't know, 20-something years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's different. Men and women's strategies are different. So, I mean, especially if a woman cheats on you, she's pretty much telling you she doesn't respect you anymore.
Yeah.
That's it. And if I think a guy cheats on you, yeah, that might be the case, but I think guys are completely different. I think a guy could go out and cheat on you and just completely love you. He just wanted something different to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But I don't it doesn't seem the numbers don't say that, you know, the just psychology doesn't say that it's like works like that for women though.
But you believe that when women cheat, it's because of something that's lacking at home? Say like you just said, like how man, the man's not respected, right?
Right.
So she found another man,
and so she no longer, she no longer respects or loves the guy anymore, right? Here's some interesting on the same website here. Why American women, the reasons why they cheat, right? My partner stopped paying attention to me, right? The other person was really there for me. I was having doubts about my relationship. The other person was really hot. I was bored. That's kind of interesting.
Well, you go back to that, right?
Yeah.
So, my
and
spouse,
this is American women.
So my spouse wasn't paying attention to me. So some guys are like overworked, right? Yeah. Most men, they overwork, and they never have time for their family. And so a woman, say if a woman, you know, also works too, and there's this male at her job that she sees more than her husband.
Yeah.
She talks to more than her husband. Eventually a relationship builds and a bond builds.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now it's becoming like this competition. Now she's like more attracted to this person because she sees this person more than she sees her husband. So she's developed a
bond with that other person.
Yeah, because I know women that cheated on, their husbands because they never see him. They were always working.
Yeah. Work and provide for them.
working to provide.
Yeah.
And you know what? Oh, so even though he was doing the right thing by providing, he slacked on something else. He slacked at paying attention to his wife.
Yeah.
You know, I think like everybody wants attention, and you allowed somebody else to give your woman attention. So
what was that guy supposed to do? Like for a particular, I don't know, was she at work or was this a friend of hers or?
For that
just an
situation.
example.
Well, I think
Let's say if let's say hypothetically that situation, the guy was working and then what you were saying, your friend or whatever, she started forming a bond with a guy at work. How did the other guy allow it? I mean, was he supposed to keep her at home in the kitchen?
because he didn't pay attention to her. Well, you think about it, like she was doing things that, you know what, I can do it right in front of him and he wouldn't even notice.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you're always working, you come home, you're doing the same routine. Hey, eat dinner, how's work, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Time for bed. Every now and then, get some here and there, just to get some.
Yeah.
You don't even think about what your wife wants. Like, you just thought about, hey, I'm doing everything that I can. I provide, I pay all the bills, but that's not all that your wife needs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's more to it. Why did you get into a relationship? Because you worked? No, you got into a relationship because you had a connection.
How about her working for his needs? Like, what was she doing? If she wasn't.
Yeah, there's a catch-22. I don't know that situation. You know, that's a catch-22 because, you know, women is the first thing to blame guys for something. But what were you doing?
Right.
You know, to like.
Because you always hear kind of that sides of most of these stories. It's always like the guy's fault for some reason when you hear it, right? Or at least when you hear it from your friend or whatever. Oh, it's his fault, you know.
Shit, I wish we had a woman here right now to like intervene in this whole conversation, because I would love to hear like
their side of the story. That's what we got to do next time.
But
we'll take applications.
But I worked in a place. I worked at Crystal Springs for like 14 years, so I was around women like 24/7.
Yeah.
So like the stuff that you hear and know. And I know a lot of these people's girlfriends' wives more than they know their wives.
Yeah.
That's how insane it is.
Why is that though?
Because, you know, at work you have, they're not there to impress you or do anything. They're just open. They're like an open book. When you work with so many women all these years, you hear the gossip and the stories. And like my best game has come from women. I swear to you.
Yeah.
Listen, you women gave me the best game. And that's why I'm in this long-lasting relationship with my wife, because I know what to do and what not to do. Don't get it twisted. I still have the stupid side that comes out.
I'm very curious as to what you mean by game.
They've given me game. Like I've watched the mistakes that their husbands made.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that.
What? Give an example. I want some examples of this.
Man,
this game.
Hold on, man. There's just so much. I gotta think. I really gotta think.
Because I'm curious as to like why they weren't saying this stuff. Because they would say it at work, and then why wouldn't they say it? You know why? They wanted their husbands to read their mind and expect their husbands to know it. They don't communicate, right? Women communicate. You know, they communicate through like feelings, emotions. They don't communicate through reasoning and words like men do.
Well, here's the thing. When your woman is quiet, she's talking. That's how when your woman is at their quietest, they're the loudest. But when your woman is talking to you and trying to express her feelings, it just sounds like nagging.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like you're communicating. It just sounds like you're nagging. But when your woman starts to be quiet and she's silent, watch out, because you're in trouble. I don't care what anybody says. That's one of the games that I picked up.
Yeah.
When girls play silent, it can go bad real quick.
But why should you get in trouble? As like an adult man, what does that mean?
What do you mean get in trouble?
Yeah, like what does that mean?
Because that's how you know you're not doing something right.
But so if you're not doing something right, shouldn't people communicate it with you?
Again, when a woman talks, it sounds like nagging, or they're just guys are not paying attention half of the time when they're.
It's because we communicate differently. We communicate with words, right? I'm forgetting the actual word. You know how in school, right? You get into, and not in every case, obviously, but for the most part, when you're in school, you're in high school. For the most part, it's the guys that would get into physical fights, right? Because that's how a lot of it is how we communicate. Yeah, there were girls that actually in Durfee that would get into fights too.
Yeah.
But most of them, it's guys because we communicate with words, and in women, a lot of what they do is they communicate through like feelings. And they try to, what's one thing that they do when they don't like somebody? They talk bad about them behind their back. They spread some gossip about it. They try to eliminate from the group, oh, we're not going to be friends anymore. With a guy, it's like, hey, man, you have a problem with me? What the hell's going on? And then they fight. They get physical. With women, it's more like this like telepathic communication. They want you to read their mind, and they'll give you all these. That's why I think women and men have trouble communicating, because we try to use reason and communicate with each other with words. Hey, what's wrong? We kind of expect an answer. And what you're telling me is okay, so when a woman stops talking, she's she wants to you to guess. It's like, oh, now I'm supposed to guess what's going on instead of just using words.
Yeah, because I think deep down inside you do know what's going on. That's when if you're guessing, now you're paying attention. Okay, did I miss our anniversary? Was it her birthday? You're starting to question certain things. If she stays quiet long enough, next thing you know, you're buying flowers. You're trying to do everything in the things that she wanted.
But by then it's already too late.
No, not all the time. No. But this is what I mean. This is why I get my best game. Women know how to play the game. They play it well. And that's how I learned.
They're really good at manipulation. They're really good at manipulating.
Yeah, they're talented. They're really talented.
Yeah, they're ever since a young age, right? We'll have to get a woman over here so they can speak, speak for
yeah, because that would be great, because I feel like I'm trying to answer from a women's perspective only because I worked with a bunch of women.
Yeah.
I was raised by women. My mom raised me and my sister raised me. I'm with my wife. I think I'm even outnumbered in the house counting the dogs. There's 2 girl dogs, my daughter, my wife. Yeah, me and Kate and Cameron's in the Marines right now. We're kind of outnumbered. Yeah. So I get a lot of perspectives from women. And the guy's perspective never worked.
No? Why didn't they work for you? It should work.
No, because guys don't really know women. I don't even think women know women.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I've gotten my best game from women. Even to get my wife. You know what I mean? I got game from her, to one of her closest friends, who's our close friend, my friend Erica. That girl gave me a lot of game.
You mean she spilled some secrets? She gave you the secret recipe.
Yeah, but it was the game is to be what they say, the game is to be sold, not to be told.
Yeah.
I got it for free. And I got it from free at my job. I got it from free from my mother and my sister. And man, when you see a lot of guys mess up, that's game already. You know what I mean? My father, man, he's a Rolling Stone.
Uh-huh.
That guy, I mean, he admits to his cheating. And you know what he said? He goes, they call me, my nickname is Nell. So, all the close family members, they call me Nell.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So he goes, no, it wasn't my fault. Dad, whose fault was it? And he's like, it wasn't my fault. All these women kept coming to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, but you had 2 choices. Go left or right. That was your choice.
Yeah.
So you gave me game by like, okay, this is what I should not do. But again, I think there's so many different reasons of why people cheat, but I think it's after the one main thing.
What's that?
I told you right from the jump, right at the beginning. Everybody wants that good, fresh feeling, like that brand new feeling all over again. I mean, you can see it. Like, again, long-lasting marriages.
So boredom. You're saying it's boredom.
Yeah, well, you got to look at it like a drug addict, right?
Yeah.
None's no better high than your first high. You've been chasing your first high ever since.
Yeah, I hear it. I have no idea, but
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Everybody chases after their first high. What's the other stuff that people constantly chase after? Like, all right, we'll say porn addiction.
Mm-hmm.
People who have porn addiction, they're addicted to porn. They want the next video. They like, all right, that video was good. Now I want to see what else they got.
Yeah.
And they got a whole selection. Remember, like, even with cable.
I can't speak for addictions, but
I'm saying,
yeah,
cable. Before it was just switch a channel. Now you got Netflix and everything else, and you have so much of a selection that you're going crazy. You don't even know where to make up your mind.
You get that anxiety of too much choice, right?
Yeah, you get all these choices. Now it's just
and now
like,
you can watch it whenever you want. Whatever you want, whenever you want. You can watch it from the beginning. Before it was you tune in at that time, right? Now there's just too much choice.
Now you got it, and
now you're spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
Before you only had you got what you got, and that was it.
Yeah. I mean, you got to think. Us guys, even years ago, had to work hard to, like, get the girl, or even get anything. Now it's just one easy access, where it's just like, and I don't think, to be honest with you.
Is it really though?
Well, you think about, like, a guy. There's guys that are more addicted to porn than their own wife. They rather go to the porn.
But that's not easy access to actual getting a woman.
What do you mean? No, that's not what I'm meaning. I'm meaning that, like, we had to work harder before to get, like, I think it's actually easier to pick up women now than it was then.
Why is that?
Because we were younger then. We had. Wait, I'm confusing this. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm mixing this up.
Yeah.
So people have it. No, it's actually a lot harder now that I think about it. It's harder now.
It's harder now?
Yeah. I'm thinking when we were younger, we had more easy access to women, but you had to go through leaps and bounds just to get to
them. The statistics show that when we're younger, it's actually women in their early 20s. I think the peak age is like 23. That's like their peak age when they get basically their choice according to statistics, right? I think if you poll like men from like 18 to 90, I think that age of I think it's 21 to 25, that's like the peak age of women, what women find the most attractive. Like their sexual market value is at the highest at like 23. For men, it's completely different. For men, I think it's around.
It's like 17.
No. Their peak sexual market value is it's actually towards their late 30s.
What? Man, I don't believe that.
Yeah, it's actually towards their late 30s because by that time
we're at our peak, like our highest,
right
our
now.
Prime type, like.
Yeah, right now, because you've when you're at this age at your peak. It's because you've made yourself, right? You've established yourself. You have some sort of career. You have money. Those are the things that women are kind of attracted to. That security that I was talking about.
But what peak are we talking? We're talking about our
sexual market value. Yeah, it's
like our sexual peak.
No, not your sexual peak.
Oh, that's
not
why I was like confused.
Your sexual market
I was like,
value.
What?
No. Now, when your testosterone is higher, that's different.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about.
No.
Shit,
I'm talking about your value in like the sexual marketplace, like what women are looking for. It's right, at this age of like your late 30s when you got a career, you've made yourself, you have a money, you have a house, you have all these things that kind of women find value in.
Well, girls, the way they look at men change
As they get older, yes.
as they get. Like, think about it.
Yeah, of course.
All the hot girls in high school
Yeah.
would never
Mm-hmm.
got with the guys that they are married to now.
Yeah, right.
Period. I'm looking at like these girls that I knew from high school. They on Facebook and everything, and the guys that they have. I'm like, what?
You know, it's
You wouldn't have given that guy the time or day.
it's because before they're at their peak, you know, they're getting to that age, maybe not necessarily in high school, but they're getting to that age when they're in their peak in their early 20s, and then they spent their early 20s getting with anybody they wanted to, basically. And then as they get older, right, as their sexual market value goes down, as they kind of go into their 30s, and they start kind of hitting that wall, now their options aren't that great anymore. And now those
they got to work with what they got.
yeah, it's true though. And now those guys that you know, maybe those guys that you're saying that they would never get with in high school, they've established themselves. Maybe they have some money now, and they reach out and get those guys.
That is key, because now women love fat guys with beards now. That wasn't popular then. But would you get with a fat guy with a beard if he was broke? Or if
Well, me personally, I wouldn't get with any guy with a beard or
No.
guy at all. But no, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, no, it's because of course you're attracted to like good looking people and stuff. But as they get kind of older, and you know that importance of like stability, that's what kind of matters.
You want a fat guy with a beard who makes money. You wouldn't want a fat guy with a beard who don't make no money. Listen, I'm telling you,
Obviously,
it's the new fat. It makes no sense to me.
And when you're younger, it's more about when they get with you, it's more about, you know, the potential. Like, oh, this guy has a possibility of being a rock star or successful in life, it's potential. And then as you get older, it's like what you've made out of yourself. So right now you're in your peak right now. You're at your age where you're.
No wonder why my wife can't keep her hands off. That's why.
That's it. Because she knows how lucky she is.
Well, I think she loves the. As we've been together for like a long time, we realized that our relationship, like, we love each other for different reasons now.
Yeah.
Before it was like the eye candy attraction, and you know the young stuff, the stuff that you chase after before. But the Manny that she has now is way more attractive than the Manny from like the teenage years, where I'm like, what? The teenage years look like I looked younger. I had more style in clothes than I do now. Now I just wear like a regular tee, my sleeveless shirts. Like, nope. That does nothing for her. The stuff that used to attract her don't attract her anymore.
Well, all styles also change, right? Now you look back at styles and go, oh, man.
I would go back to that style if I could, but it wouldn't look right at a 39-year-old man.
Well, all the 80s are coming back, so.
I know, but picture us wearing some stuff with the 80s.
I don't know. They're coming back. You don't know how many mullets and shaggy hairs, and now the George Michael earrings with the cross on the end. It's all coming back. Short shorts.
Yeah,
it's all that stuff is all coming back. Sweet mustaches. It's all coming back.
Top Gun. Oh man, but the short shorts. Yeah, you know what? That aggravates me. I'm so sick of trying to shop for shorts, because, you know, we grew up, maybe the 90s got the longer shorts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I totally spaced out that, you know, I'm a fan of the 80s, but I forgot the 80s had the short shorts.
Yeah.
You know, like now it's like I can't even go shopping for shorts without all these shorts looking like Daisy Dukes.
I'm waiting for when the men crop tops with the jerseys, the see-through jerseys.
I know.
Crop top. I'm just waiting for that.
I think it's already back. I think it's kind of there already.
So if I have a birthday coming up, and if you're wondering, you know, what to get. So.
A crop top. If I see you wearing that, man, you better post that. Something. You gotta post that. But even but here's the thing. There's some things that my wife will never, ever want me to wear. And that's the shorts that they have now. I'm like, Jess, you want me to buy shorts that are above the knee?
You know why? Do you know why? I have an answer. I don't know your wife at all. She seems like a nice lady.
All right.
Jess, I'm sure you are. She doesn't want you to wear those short, sexy shorts because all the women are just going to run after you. She's like, nope, this is my man. She doesn't want you to look too sexy. I will tell you that
My chicken legs.
Now that she's got you, she doesn't want you being too sexy. She wants you to be just good enough for her, you know, but not too sexy. You put on those short shorts, you got men whistling at you on the streets. You know, you got girls chasing you down at work. She doesn't want that. She wants to keep Mandy all to herself. No way.
She's greedy.
That's what it is.
She is greedy.
You need you get yourself some short shorts. Get yourself some dangly earrings and the crop top.
Oh my God.
You won't be able to fight him off.
Oh, then she's got to be questioning. Then she's like,
no,
wait
the
a
women,
second.
not
the men. She's like, why are you dressing different now all of a sudden?
Nah, she's going to be running license plate checks. Chasing you at work, driving by work.
Oh, man.
Man, are you sure you're making videos? You sure you're going over and making videos? What's going on?
Start questioning everything. Oh, my God. All from shorts.
That's where it starts, you know?
Hey, listen, I even try to... There's certain things that she likes about me from back in the day. Like I even one time... Yeah, obviously the chains got thinner, smaller, the charms.
Yeah.
And
well, they're big again.
Yeah, but as I get older, I'm like, it looks awkward on me, you know? But I was attempting to take off my earrings and stop wearing earrings.
Yeah.
And she refused to let me...
Do that?
Yeah. I'm like, why? Listen, I'm 39 years old. I don't need my ESPS. She's like, no.
She likes that.
Yeah, she likes that. See? I got to do what she tells me to do. That's it. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I love her for different reasons now. So, like, how do you... Because people ask me all the time, like, how'd you guys keep this relationship, like, so strong?
Mm-hmm. How long have you guys been together?
Technically, without breaking up, is, I think, 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
Or going to be 19. 18 or 19. But
it's a long time.
With breaking up, the on and off thing, I would say 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people ask me, like, how do you continue to have, like, a strong relationship? And I said, one is discipline.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I have to constantly remind myself why I fell in love with her over and over again. So a lot of times you'll see me post pictures of her, like, on Facebook, or I'll look at old pictures of her. Or
so you're kind of doing that for yourself, just to remind yourself.
Yeah, like to relive these moments. Oh yeah, that's why I fell in love with her.
Yeah.
So I'll do all these things to keep it like. Jessica's mother has like DVDs of Jessica from back in the day, and I'll watch it just to watch her, just to like fall in love with her all over again. Like that's what I do. I keep reminding myself why I'm in love with her. And along with falling in love with her for new reasons. Because as you get older, you realize, wow, she's like really like my ride or die girl. And you can't replace that. Yeah, there's listen, I admire beauty like the next man. Mm-hmm. But I'm not trying to be an X-man. So,
what if Jess just said, you know, I don't mind that you go out and you know, you have a girl on the side or whatever. Would you?
I don't think so.
No? I don't mind if you have a snack here and there.
I don't think it's in my nature.
Just like don't be on Tinder. Or if you're on Tinder, just don't show your face. Just have it where you show just like half your face, your landscape. No, that's like what.
Yeah, I honestly don't think it's in my nature.
No, just a little like snack here and there, a little pudding.
No.
You don't like a little chocolate on the side.
It's just not in my nature. Yeah, like I don't know what it is. Like say even if me and my wife broke up, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even know what to do to be single. Like how the heck do you be single at age 39?
Yeah.
What the heck would you do?
You're at your peak sexual market value right now.
Peak, man. It just seems like so much work to be out there.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it was before. This is why I'm sorry, I got confused before where it was like it's easier now. No,
You're
it's,
like your testosterone.
that part I was meaning that way, but your way it's actually harder now because before you were when you're younger, you're going to the clubs, you're around a bunch of friends all the time. You're around or in school, you're around everybody. You're going to the same places that all these people are at. But as you get older,
you're saying right because they're just not around. That's what you're saying, right?
Now as you get older, you
go to the bar all the time.
Yeah, but even that, it's not the same.
You don't want to find yourself a nice bar girl?
I don't think you can find the right bar girl there. You know what I mean? I don't think so. You know, if they're at the bar, I think you got something to worry about.
I think if they're at the bar all the time, yeah, you probably do. But not all the time, right? Maybe you get good people like once in a while will go. But if you're there all the time, yeah, it's probably not a good thing.
See, I think the best relationships to have if you're become single, right? At this moment, if you're a single person, you rekindle with old friendships.
You think so?
Yeah, because like you're taking a risk of not knowing someone and to start all over again. I'm not saying don't do it.
I don't agree with that.
What if you had old friendships?
If you had an old friend and it didn't work out for you, then it's exactly what you were saying with the girls from high school, right? You were saying, oh, the surprise of the guys they ended up with, right? Yeah. So those girls, let's say you liked a particular girl, whoever the hottest girl in school was, and you were friends with her. And she would have never touched you. She would have never dated you. But you were friends. You knew her. You were friendly with her. And now suddenly, you're at your Mr. Manny peak market value. You're gonna date like a 38, 39-year-old girl.
Shoot, maybe she
No, probably not. You're not gonna get with those high school girls. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna go younger. I just that's when because you get your choices. You get your choices now, right? Your value is higher than it used to be. Now suddenly you have a choice, and you're a little more spoiled for choice. Yeah. And now it's like if that certain girl from high school would approach you, Manny would be like, you know what? I would have dated you in high school.
Not no more.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now you have more choice, right?
Well,
and now that woman has gone through a bunch of relationships, and she probably hates men by now. She has
but I'm not
a bunch
saying,
of children in tow.
But I'm not saying chase after the ones you had crush on. I'm saying like when you look at like the old I have people on Facebook who are friends of mine that I remember from school, and a lot of them are in relationships with people from high school, but they didn't date in high school.
That's weird.
Yeah, so I'm saying maybe their best options is going with someone who already knows you.
Maybe they had like a pact, one of those pacts.
if I'm single at this time, me and you, we're getting together,
and then you're just seeing all those pacts play out.
Yeah,
I think that's what's really going on there.
Yeah, no, probably. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even know what to do with at that time to. I don't even see. I wouldn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I already told my wife if I ever died young,
my wife,
that she would never. She's not allowed to marry.
If you were to die,
or get with anybody.
Why?
Because I want her to be miserable.
You want her to be miserable?
I want my wife to be miserable without me. Absolutely. Everybody's like, wow, that's selfish. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
When I put the ring on her finger, that was me being selfish and stingy because I don't want no one else to have her. I don't care if I'm gone. She's not allowed to have anyone.
Are you going to haunt her? Are you going to haunt her, Manny? Are you going to be there?
Yeah. Let me find out. But people they're like, oh man, that's messed up. Why is that messed up?
Yeah.
Because I don't want her to move on.
Yeah, but she's a young woman. Let's say you die now. She has whatever she's lived with this entire time, she has a whole other half to go. And her whole other like dating life, let's say your wife is 40. I know she's not 40, but let's say your wife is 40, right? And she's been dating for 20 years. Right? So she has what? Another 40 years to go?
Yeah.
That's like double of her dating life now. You want her to be miserable?
Absolutely.
So she's an old lady?
Oh, yeah. I want her to dress in black every day.
Dress her in black, okay.
I want her to be miserable. I want you to be miserable with
You want her to dress in black, move to Columbia Street, and you want her to have the hunchback, and she just walks to church.
Hey, whatever works.
Walks to the bakery.
That's it. The only guy she's allowed to see is the priest. That's it. Confessions.
Confessions, that's it.
That's it. I told her, man, no way. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll do that for you.
I'm a very jealous guy. Yeah. I'm very jealous. I don't know why. But I've always been like.
Well, I think that's like every guy, right?
No, well, you know what? See, here's some of the game that women taught me. You should never show your jealousy because it keeps women going. It keeps them chasing after you.
Because it shows that it doesn't matter.
It brings a challenge.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter that you don't necessarily need her because you have so many other women that you can get.
Because women like that confidence too.
Yeah, right.
So, that's the game. There's a lot of, I'm telling you, when you work with women for like so many years, you pick up a lot of shit. You do. I'm sorry. I would never get advice from a male when it comes to women. Ever.
I think you're wrong.
Dude,
I think you got some good hints, but I think you're wrong.
I am telling you.
I think if you say that I made a small video about it. Women, they think they know what they want, but they actually don't.
Well, same thing as men, though.
Not the same.
I'm telling you.
No,
men don't know what they want either.
Men know what they want.
Well,
what men want. What do men want?
They want to cheat and have sex. Is that what their topic? That's what we're talking about.
They want to, do their mating strategy, right? Which is, spread their.
Okay, so they don't know what they want. Like, should you have that one meal, or should you?
They know exactly what they want. They want all the meals.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, if you think about it, the complaints you hear about from a lot of your women friends, right? I picked the wrong guy. Oh, this guy, because they think they know what they want, and they say certain things, but what they say they want and what they say they need in a good man. Oh, I want a good man that works hard and this and that. Then why are you picking, Joey Schmoey, who's out there, at the bar every night, or who's selling weed under the table, or is like that? Really, those are the qualities that you're looking for. They're attracted to certain things, like how you're saying confidence and.
Well, I think girls know what they want too, but they think they can get all of it. Like you have girls that like, I want the guy that looks like a player but's not a player.
Right.
You get what I'm trying to say?
So they go after the player, and he's a player.
He's a player.
So what they want is they want to go after that guy that does all the things that they don't want.
Yeah, but be what they want.
Yeah, so it's like the opposite. So they want that guy. They want that guy that can get all the women.
Yeah.
But
the guy that women love and guys. What is it? What's that saying?
Yeah, the guy every
the woman wants to be with and the guys want to be, or something.
Yeah,
like that.
It's exactly it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that social proof, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly it. They want that guy, but a lot of times that guy doesn't have the qualities that they say they want. Right? They say they want all these things, but then they see the player that gets all these ladies, and then suddenly all that stuff they said they wanted, that goes out the window.
Here's another thing too. Women they try to create the guy that they want. Like, they really do.
Yeah.
Like, they try to create, like, I hear women all the time, I did this, I did this, I did this, I cooked, I cleaned, I scrubbed the floor, I took care of the kids, I worked, this and that, and he still cheated on me. Listen,
Right.
Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
Yeah. They try. Right. They try to. They get a man. A guy. The man is who he's gonna be, and that's it. He may do a little better in life and improve, but they get a man, and then they want to change him. Right? You get attracted to somebody, you get married, you marry them or you date them, and then you want to change them. How does that work? It's like didn't you start going out with that man because you were attracted to them? Then why are you trying to change the man?
Now I want to mold him. Now that I got him, I want to mold him.
That's not how that works. She wants to mold him to whatever it is.
Well, do you think like a lot of girls are trying to recreate their dad? I'm talking about the good fathers, not the bad ones.
Right.
Like, you think like a lot of women, like my father was a hardworking man.
Yeah.
Took care of his family.
Yeah, I think you definitely try to recreate
I
that.
think they're trying to have someone that's like their father.
Yeah.
To take care of them, protect them.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
Like,
that's what they want.
They're kind of looking for that. And then you see like a lot of women now let's talk about like the bad fathers that are out there. Mm-hmm. They seem to attract
those same type of guys.
those same type of guys.
That's why it's tough.
But is it like a trauma thing? Like they're searching for a father figure because they didn't have the right one.
Right.
But they tend to go towards the ones that they know. That's resembling.
right.
You get what
right.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to say? I think a lot of women are like that too. They're like kind of like maybe it is like a daddy issue type deal.
No, daddy issues are definitely like problems, right? I mean, if you look at the facts, it shows that women with daddy issues have harder, time establishing like long-lasting relationships, right? Because you've never had that relationship with a man, and I don't think you don't really have a good relationship with a man, so I don't think you really know what it is.
Yeah, and they're constantly seeking for love that they never receive, but they go after this. Basically, the same thing that they already saw at home, like they're the example at home.
Yeah,
like I try to understand that.
It's really important.
There's a deeper thing when it comes to. Again, I don't know all, but I think when women are looking for in a man, it's what the idea. They had this idea that came from nowhere of what a man's supposed to be. Either he's going to be the good daddy or the bad daddy.
Yeah, right.
It's one of those type of things where it's like, well, what do I know? Well, and you see like a lot of, especially the women that I know who don't have a quote unquote great relationship with their father.
Right.
The guys that they go after, it's like,
yeah.
It's the same thing
because they never had that good example. That's why for both boys and girls, having a father in the household, having a relationship with your father is really important. I think that's what it shows. It's like you need that relationship. For men, it's so you kind of know what a man is and how to act, and for women, it's so kind of the good qualities and what to look for. And I think a lot of times when they don't have that, they've never kind of received that love, and they're kind of always looking for it. But I don't think it may be like never good enough.
That's what, when I had my daughter, when I mean she really changed my perspective on women, like she also helped me look at my wife totally different. I would never want my daughter to be cheated on, talked down to, or in a abusive relationship.
Yeah.
So I look at my wife and I'm like, man, I want my daughter to see what kind of man that she's supposed to have. I'm not the greatest, but I do love my wife, and I try my best to love my wife. That's what I want my daughter to be in a relationship with, and I want her to be able to tell the difference between the two.
Yeah.
And don't fall for every guy that says I love you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because not all love's the same.
Yeah.
And I want her to see, no, my daddy loved my mother.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see. That, like, and that's why I maybe I'm even a little sensitive towards, again, women who are strippers or women who are in abusive
You feel
relationship.
bad. You feel bad for them.
Yeah, it's kind of like you didn't get that. I could be wrong, but you must have saw something that you never. What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, they didn't get the right kind of love. They didn't grow up in that kind of love. They grew up in an abusive relationship. That's why you see, like, women, a lot of women are angry.
Yeah.
Like, they freaking hate men.
Yeah.
And they're trying to, you know what? I didn't have that father to take care of me or my mother when I was a kid, so I got to be the man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, my mother had to take the place of my father. Me, a teenage boy, had to play both roles as the mother and the man. So, like, now you see a whole bunch of women who, like, fuck these guys. I don't need any man.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Because you never had a real man in your life to actually love and care for you.
Yeah.
Like the way you should.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a woman's role is it's very important. And I get why some of them go down those wrong relationship paths, because they're still trying to figure out, they're trying to seek out a real man.
Right.
And they always fall.
They don't have that example.
They
don't
always
have
fall
example.
into, like, the same trap. They fall into the same thing over and over.
Yeah,
again.
you need a good example of what a man is. Both young boys and girls need to not know how a man is supposed to act, what he's supposed to do, and those types of things. Mm-hmm. So, Manny, we're running long on time here, so we're gonna have to have you back for another episode. We need to have some women kind of apply here, so we can hear your perspective. We don't want to talk for you all the time here,
so we can argue.
Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, please like, subscribe. Let us know what you think, if we should have Manny back or not, and who should we have on the next episode. And then we'll be back.